Hello, and welcome to Cooking with Ms. Michelle. Today we're going to make some no-bake cookies. So these are really quick and really delicious, and they don't take very many ingredients. So for this project you will need a half a cup of butter, a half a cup of milk, a third of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 3/4 cups of sugar, 3 cups of quick or instant oats. They can't be old-fashioned oats, they have to be quick cooking. A teaspoon of vanilla and 2/3 of a cup of peanut butter. And then you'll also need some parchment paper, or I have this silicone baking mat to put my cookies on to let them set up. So I am going to start by getting my oats and peanut butter into a bowl. So I'm going to measure 3 cups of oats and 2/3 of a cup of, you can use creamy or chunky, I have creamy peanut butter. And if you are allergic to peanut butter or can't eat it, you could use a different kind of nut butter like almond butter, or you could substitute sunflower butter or some other peanut butter textured thing. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add my teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm just gonna set these to the side so I can quickly stir them in to my cookies when I'm ready for that step. And then I'm going to move over to the stove, and in a large pot, I'm gonna put my butter and a half a cup of milk. And I haven't tried it, but I believe it would work if you wanted to substitute non-dairy milk, and coconut oil is always a good substitute for butter if you wanted to make them dairy free. I might research it a little bit to make sure they'll set up, but it should be okay. Okay, and then I'm going to add my 1/3 of a cup of cocoa powder and my 1 3/4 cups of sugar. Okay, and I'm just going to turn this on to medium heat, and I'm going to start heating up my mixture here, and I'm just going to whisk it while I heat it up so it doesn't stick and so I can mix everything together really well. So I'm just going to heat this up and let my butter melt and stir everything up. Okay, so my butter is all melted and everything looks like it's mixed together really well. I'm just going to keep cooking this over medium heat, and I want to bring it to a boil, and I want to bring it to a full rolling boil, not just like the sides bubbling. And I'm going to keep it at medium heat. I don't want to try to speed up the boil because I want to kind of slowly bring it up to temperature. Okay, so it looks like it's starting to bubble. So I'm going to wait until it reaches a full boil, and then I'm going to start timing it for 1 minute as soon as it starts actually boiling. So it looks like it's starting to bubble pretty well. So I'm going to stop stirring it, and I'm going to let it boil for 1 full minute without stirring. Okay, so after my 1 minute, I'm going to remove it from the heat. And I'm going to stir in my oat and peanut butter mixture. So my my peanut butter should melt pretty easily. And I just want to make sure I get everything coated with the chocolate mixture and stir it together really well. Okay, and then I'm just gonna bring it back over to my silicone baking mat. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop little scoops onto my mat here, and then I'm gonna let these sit for a little bit and they will set up and make a nice cookie. If you want to speed this part along, the cooling part, you could just use parchment paper on a cookie sheet and put it in the refrigerator to cool down faster. But I think I can wait. So I'm just gonna do it on here. If you do use parchment paper, it is compostable. So you can put it in your compost when you're done. I like these mats because you can just wash them and reuse them. And if you do make something like this and you have dogs, just remember that cocoa powder is extremely toxic. So don't let them get into it, because I see my dog wants to jump up here and eat these. So I'm gonna keep a close eye on her to make sure that doesn't happen. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier, if you have a non-stick pan, or I just use this enamel coated cast iron, it helps. They come off really easily, so they won't stick to your pan. Otherwise, if you don't, you can just use a regular pan and you should be able to soak it and wash it pretty easily. But I love this enamel coated pan. I use it for everything. Alright, so I'm just going to give these some time to set up, and I have some really quick and easy cookies that didn't take very long other than the waiting part, but these are going to be very delicious. So thanks for watching my video, and happy cookie non-baking.